With the passage to the old tractor cleared and the trees freed from the grasp of brambles, we still have to wait until the ground dries up a bit before we can move the tractor up with the excavator. So now, it's time to return to a task Philippe started on 3 videos ago.
Okay, I've been to the wedding of my brother this weekend. I've come back 2 days ago, but just before we went to the wedding our camera broke. So our camera is back to Canon to get repaired, and we bought a small one so we can continue making videos. I'm gonna move the excavator, level this a little bit, put the scaffolding here, and then I'm gonna continue shooting the render because Anisha is still away until Saturday, so I have 2 or 3 days that I can work without having to worry about making too much noise for Odin when he's sleeping or stuff like that. There always needs to be a little bit of rain, a little bit. Okay, the big parts are off with the big machine. Now I'm gonna grab my small machine, battery powered, to get all the rendering out of the joints and make the joints a little bit deeper, clean everything up, and then move the scaffolding and repeat the process. So it's all clean and ready to be pointed. I don't know if I will be pointing this year because we have other plans, but I can already start preparing so everything is ready for when I want to do it. And in the meanwhile, the sun, the UV, rain, wind can clean up the stones a little bit more for me. I'm gonna remove this one so the scaffolding can just stand here. This is not in the way, and I can start doing I think probably from here, the door, until where I finish there. Remove it with the big shooter and then do it again with the little shooter. The parts underneath I'm gonna wait for now because the scaffolding is in the way anyways. I am going to put this one back once I'm done. Okay, on top it's all been cleaned out. I'm just removing the cement rendering. The old rendering that's still in there, or the pointing. I'm letting it be for now. We're getting rain anyways, so it's gonna clean the walls for me. And the final cleanup, or to remove the old pointing, I can just do with the scraper because it's soft. Nyak nyak. Hi. Ja.
Papa?
Hallo nyak nyak.
Papa? Dat is grappig, Philippe. Elke keer dat mijn gsm belt, dan zegt hij... Oh, papa?
Natuurlijk, papa is altijd die belt. We had a crazy thunderstorm at 6 in the morning. Don't know if you can see it on camera, but those are nasty, nasty critters. They're very fast. They have 1,000 legs. Just nasty. It's very, very humid today. It's hot, it's humid. It has been raining a few times, and every time the sun wants to get through, it starts to heat up. doesn't need to be perfectly clean, but it's always nice to clean in between so it doesn't become one giant pile. So I'm just gonna try to clean this up because I have to get Anisha and my mother and Odin from Limoges later today because Anisha stayed a week longer than me in Belgium. So I want to try to get this cleaned up a little bit so it's nice to come home. Hand shoes. Gloves, I mean hand shoes. These are shoes for my hand, apparently. Hand shoes. Where do I even get it? Well, I get it from Dutch, the literal translation. Handschoenen, hand shoes. Okay, good enough. I still have to shoot the render off above me so it will fill up again. But at least it's gonna be a little bit cleaner for now.
Yeah. Every time we go to Belgium, we try to make the trip extra worthwhile since it's quite a drive. This time we loaded the van with second-hand finds and items from a friend who was renovating his house. We picked up things like a fridge and an old wood stove, which we'll use in the old barn once it's renovated. We unloaded most of it with the help of our neighbors.
Three solar panels for heating warm water and the boiler 400 liters, the whole system with the pipes and everything. It was 2 years old. I bought it of a guy for 500 euros. So the moment I saw it is the moment I called, because those are deals you don't want to let slide or get away from you, because that's practically a new installation. And it's from a brand that I used to install a lot. It's called Vaillant, which is a good brand. So the solar panels should last a good while. And why are we bringing such a big system, especially for creating hot water? We will disclose that later, but it's something that's part of our plans. Niet kunnen doen, joh. Kan het niet zoveel kwaad. Oké. Niet als het perfect nu moeten fluisteren. Zo'n beetje.
Het vast?
Maar goed, dat weet niet veel, hè.
Nee, check.
Dan gaan ze mij ook op de dak dan. Ja, die zijn ook niet zoveel, weet je. Ga ik heel vragen.
With the van unloaded and cleaned, we decided to visit the Château de Jumilhac. This historic site has a rich history going all the way back to the 13th century. Originally built as a fortress, it was strategically positioned to protect the area. Over the centuries, it went through a lot of changes, with big expansions and renovations during the Renaissance and later on. The property also features a series of richly decorated rooms and a grand staircase from this period. In the 17th century, it was owned by the Jumilhac family, who really helped develop the estate. One of the most famous family members, Antoine Château de Jumilhac, added the iconic slate roof with unique fairy tale-like chimneys. These have become a hallmark of its architecture. The chateau has seen a lot of history, including the French Revolution when it suffered damage. In the early 20th century, the chateau was almost sold for demolition. Can you imagine? Thankfully, it came back into the hands of the Jumilhac family, who set out to save and restore it to preserve its historical and architectural significance. Today, they're still involved in its upkeep.